An article titled, "I was heartbroken when my wife died, so I brought her back to life for $3,000.
I already hate this.
Tapas Sandilla, 65, lost his wife. Before her death, Indrani allegedly told her spouse that in the event she passed away before he did, she would like him to create a silicone model of herself to keep him company. The model, which is eerily lifelike, is dressed in Indrani's favorite clothing and sits in her favorite spot in the couch in Sandilla's living room."
Till death do us part. She's died. You are apart.
Dude, you're free, man. Go get some other You don't need that silicone, bro. I would expect this from a white person.
Yeah.
I have been severely let down today by my fellow Asian group. The
Why?
Asian Council is going to meet, and we're going to fry your ass.
You're done. You are done.
You are disowned,
What?
excommunicated from the Asian community.
For once, this ain't white people stuff. This ain't my fault.
You're like, my people did it right this time. Like,
We gotta celebrate those.
bro, look at this fucking thing, bro.
Oh,
That
no.
thing looks
No.
fucking real.
Is it a sexual thing?
Look, man, all I'm saying is if I'm dropping $3,000 on a fucking silicone doll, I would make it so I can have sex with it. You would spend $3,000 on a doll just to sit there? No, bro. Like,
That's a good ass point, man.
The paparazzi wave like they know us. These bitches on parade when we show up.
are you fucking ready?
Are you ready, brother?
Are you ready for this? Oh, whoa. Guys, welcome back to the #1 podcast on OnlyFans. Make sure to subscribe. Helps us out. I butchered the fuck out of that. Helps us out immensely.
Yeah, you can try that again.
No, I'm not going to do it again. That's it.
That's it.
We're authentic here.
No edits.
No edits.
Zero.
Even though, like, my editor, I don't even ask him to do
Editor,
this.
take the day off.
My editor, like, he'll, I don't even ask him to do this. He'll, like, cut up, like, if there's kind of a cut, like, big break, like a big silence, he'll just cut it out. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but he, like, does a couple of jump cuts here and there, and I'm like, thank you, James. Thank you. But guys, if this is like your third or fourth podcast, we'd really appreciate a review. It really helps us out. And if you're a new listener, hope you enjoy. We got a nice action-packed,
We got a slapper.
dick slapping podcast for you today.
I've had a 12-ounce coffee. I worked out today. I am
what'd you hit?
torqued.
What'd you hit?
I'm
What'd you hit?
torqued right now.
What'd you hit?
I hoisted. I've been a bum this
so
week.
hard right now.
I've been. What else did you hit?
Oh, well, it was your and your girlfriend's anniversary, so I know you'd be hitting.
Oh my god. I was having fun. On this shit. No, I've been a bum all week, so I haven't been to the gym, but I just did some like push day stuff.
That's all right.
I need to get back into it.
Any day is a good day.
Yeah, exactly.
One day a week is better than 0 days a week.
Yeah, I will say though, I went to bed at like 3 last night because I was watching
Porn.
White Lotus 2, the second season.
So porn.
Honestly,
I actually have no clue what White Lotus is. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a HBO Max series. It's just it gives me Euphoria vibes, like kind of Euphoria vibes. Just
once again, not seen Euphoria, but here we are.
Oh my god, Jesus, dude, yo, you gotta catch up.
I know. I'm sorry.
Well, you don't
dude.
have? Do you have HBO Max?
Yeah, I do. I do. I'm just like
Brother,
really.
brother.
Dude, I've been rewatching fucking
Stop that.
How I Met Your Mother and
Not
Lost
good.
right now.
Neither of them are
right
good.
now. Well, okay, How I Met Your Mother's good.
Neither of
don't
them.
even. I don't need that slander,
Neither of them are
bro.
good. So you don't
Get
need to.
the fuck out. You're telling me you don't like How I Met Your Mother?
No, never watched it. Although I did feel the same way about Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but I actually really like that show now. So
Okay, yeah. See,
But no,
How I Met Your Mother. That show's
all right,
classic. Bro.
All right, so whatever our follower count is right now, I'm
On
about
what
to
platform?
any of them. It's
Okay.
about to go to 0. Friends, garbage. How I Met Your Mother, garbage. The one Big Bang Theory, trash. All of them.
You're
so bad.
You're the motherfucker that doesn't like laugh tracks, right?
No, I don't. I do. It's just those ones don't do it for me. Like iCarly has laugh tracks.
All
I
right,
like
guys.
iCarly.
I just want you to remember this is Zemi's opinion, so make sure to rip him apart, not me.
Unfollow him, not me.
I am a sheep. I love those shows till the end. The only show I don't like that the public loves is The Office. I think The Office is fucking
that's the one I do like.
garbage. I hate you.
Yeah.
How do we do this?
I don't know. How do we do this every week? I don't know. I guess we didn't know this about each other, so.
Yeah, here we are.
All right, well, last podcast.
Last podcast. Can't do
it was
anymore.
cool. We almost made it to 100. It was cool.
Guys, we forgot to do a little pee-poo boy story. And I had one. I had one. I had to look it up on Reddit, but I have a little pee-pee boy, little poo-poo boy story.
Oh.
For all y'all, bro.
Usually it's a pee-pee, not a poo-poo.
Yeah. Well,
But every poo-poo is a pee-pee, so it is a pee-pee. It's a poo-poo pee-pee story. No way he just...
I actually wonder, did he? Well, no, I think it's just a poo-poo. I don't
way
think any
he or
pee-pee
she
was
just
involved.
poo-pooed. Definitely had
Well,
to
you'll hear, I think they just poo-pooed.
They have to have a pee-pee. There's no way.
No, when I pooped my pants making out with that girl, it was just poo-poo.
Well, that was like, there was just because like, that was a situation.
Well, this is a situation.
Okay. All right, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it.
But guys, so what these are, we will just either people will DM us or we'll go out and find just like hilarious like peeing your pants story, pooping your pants stories. Send us like we'll keep it anonymous as fuck, but send us like DM.
Just give us your full name, and I swear to God, we won't say it.
Give us your social security
cool.
number. We promise we won't sell it on the black web.
Yep.
Is it black web? Dark web.
Dark web. Black market.
Shit.
Yeah.
Black market. That's what I was
There
thinking.
you go.
I was like, was I low-key racist there? I was like,
fuck.
What?
We'll sell it on Black Twitter. Like,
whoa.
That's a real thing, though.
I know
Yes,
it is. I know
yes.
it is. I know
Black
it is.
Twitter's a real thing.
But yeah, guys, send your submissions. We'll keep them anonymous. These are funny as fuck. This one's hilarious. So it starts out. When I was in college, I beshat myself in the computer building
Hell yes,
while pulling an all-nighter on a computer project. I love that word. Beshat.
Have beshatted myself.
I'm going to try to weave that into my vocabulary from now on. I made it to the men's restroom, but not to the throne itself. And to make matters worse, I hadn't shat a solid particle in over 3 weeks, as I was also in the midst of the ultimate diarrhea bout of my entire life.
No. That's like a... Let me show you how I got here. Like rewinds like 3 weeks ago. No.
My underwear turned out to be completely unsalvageable, but I couldn't go home because I lived far off campus and had to finish that project. So I removed my underwear, lined my pants with paper towels, stuffed a wad of toilet paper up my ass crack, and spent the rest of the evening on red alert should another gout of liquid shit wish to emerge now directly into my pants themselves. But it doesn't end there. Oh, and the underwear? I washed that out in the restroom sink.
That shit was stinking.
Dude, in the sink where people wash their hands?
That is smelly.
That's fucked up. I'm not going to lie to you, brother.
Hey, this guy was, like, he had to do what he had to do. He had to survive. This was survival. He was in the woods, fucking no food, no water. He was just trying to survive.
This is the equivalent of like eating another dead human being. Like
Yes.
he had to survive. It was a necessary evil.
Yes. It's like, what would you do in that situation?
I'm like, okay, well, let me finish the story. I washed that out in the restroom sink where I could have been caught at any moment, but fortunately was not.
Did he have his pants on? I wonder. Was he like wash? Imagine you just walk in the bathroom like fully dressed person, and then like bottom half just totally gone.
Dicks
and
out.
And they're just like
out.
washing. You like look over like, sup? Yeah, no. Yeah, you're good.
See, bro, I feel like if that were me, I would put my underwear in the toilet water and like keep flushing it to like rinse it out.
That's dirtier.
But you don't get there's no risk of like,
dude.
Well, I guess somebody could look underneath the stall and be like,
I've shit my pants. I do not care about anyone else. I'm going to fend for myself. I don't care. I will be washing my shit in the sink, like with soap and like, or I just throw the things away. I don't know why. I don't know if he was washing. I would just like toss that shit.
Bury it in paper towels, and just like, that's the janitor's problem.
Yeah.
So that's somebody else's problem now. It's the landfill's problem. Wrapped them in a paper towel and hid them in the bushes outside the building.
Nice.
You
buried it. Just digs a hole, buries them.
I retrieved them when I left a couple of hours later and rode home on my bike.
Why did he retrieve them? He didn't.
I don't know. Maybe they were like a sentimental pair of underwear.
I would not want to remember. I don't. Every time I look at that pair, I'd be like reminded of that fateful day.
You. To be honest, I don't remember what pair of underwear I was wearing when I shit my pants.
Hopefully it's gone.
You don't want to remember. I don't think it is, bro.
You don't want to remember them.
I don't think it is.
Damn.
I hold on to my underwear until it has holes. And then like once a hole appears, I'm like, all right, you've done your part.
Yeah.
You've
served our country.
You've soaked enough
honorable discharge.
You've soaked up enough of my ball sweat. You can retire happy.
You've soaked up enough of my discharge that you're good to go. You're decommissioned.
You've been through the thick and thin, brother. What's that music? Is it the bagpipe music where it's
ba 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 ba? You're like folding it and burning it over like a fire.
Ba, 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 ba. I'm just imagining like the Vikings, how they would like send out a ship.
Yeah, and it's just like your fucking poopy underwear. This guy's pushing him out across the lake.
Just me like this, and then you. It's like
one single tear drop.
And then they do the fire, and then Zemi has like a bow and arrow with like the arrow on fire, and just and it's or like Lord of the Rings, how they send what is it, Boromir off of the waterfall?
Yeah. They're like, you like make this massive fire just to like light it and like burn it away. Oh man. All right, so is that it?
No, he completes it by saying, you haven't lived till you've ridden a bicycle several miles through the small... Excuse me. Let me restart that. You haven't lived till you've ridden a bicycle several miles through the... Oh my God, that's such a weird way to say it. Hold on. Let me... Sorry, this isn't me. This is
I like this
wording.
I like this guy's writing.
I'll read it exactly how he wrote it.
He's a writer.
It's just a weird way to write it. You haven't lived till you've ridden a bicycle several miles through the small hours of a wintry night with a crack full of compressed toilet paper and no underwear.
Cold and poopy.
Cold and poopy.
I kind of night.
Name of your
sex tape. Cold and poopy.
Cold and poopy. Dude, did you hear, speaking about cold and poopy, maybe not poopy, but cold. So who is it? Prince Harry came out with his like, his autobiography or whatever book, or it got leaked. I don't remember how it went, but everyone's giving him so much shit. And apparently there's a part about him talking about how his dick got frostbitten while they were like ice fishing.
Oh. And
he had a frostbitten dick at his brother's wedding. That would fucking suck.
How are you that rich and your dick gets frostbitten?
And also, like, priorities, bro. Like, my dick is the number one warm thing. I'm sorry.
That's the warmest part of my body.
So many layers. Like, it's like underwear, and then you got, like, pants, and then you also got, like, a jacket that kind of covers your dick. So, like, you're 3 layers in. How, like, he had to be doing some fuck shit. Like, he had... Yo, he had to be sticking
in the water.
He had to be sticking
he's trying to he's trying to get fish. He's just like
they were catching fish and he was sticking his dick in those fish's mouths. There's something, bro. Dude, he had to have his dick out.
I am not kidding. I have seen a picture.
No.
I have seen. I'm not kidding. It was sent to me. I've seen a picture of a guy. Like it's like this with like this dude full. And a fish's mouth it was I don't know that you unlocked that memory. That is a saved file in my brain.
You want to know it's kind of like
so
same thing, but like save file, just like nothing to do with the fish, but another like just god awful thing. I'm sure some people can relate to this. Twitter is an awful place. Like that might be where you saw it.
Probably. That's probably where the person got it.
Twitter is an awful place. I remember I was in high school, and like I've already gone over on this podcast, but when I was in high school, my parents had this like stupid parental block thing on our Wi-Fi where it turned off after 9, and then my data on my phone, which was also, this whole thing is stupid. Like I had data on my phone, I could still use the internet, but I couldn't watch porn because like Pornhub was blocked on Safari or whatever because of my data. So therefore, I had to watch porn on Twitter.
Yeah.
And I remember one time I was jerking it, bro. I'm a horny little.
Giving a little riz.
I'm a horny little high schooler.
Creating some friction.
Yeah. No lotion.
Make it. Hell yeah.
Lotions for losers.
You don't like the burn? Get out of the kitchen, man.
So I was looking for something, and I found this video. And it literally stopped me from jerking off. I was like, bro, that is disgusting. That is the worst thing I've ever seen. It's a video of this girl with her asshole, gaped.
I know.
Huge,
I
bro.
know. I already know what.
Like, could easily stick my entire fist in her asshole. No problem. Move it around. Have some loose change. And they had filled it with cereal and milk, and there was a guy eating cereal and milk out of this girl's asshole. That is permanently etched into my brain. That is probably going to be the last thing I think of on my deathbed. I'm like...
It's like your life is like flashing before your eyes, like right before like the light takes you, and like one of those frames is like a asshole full of cereal.
The EKG is going to be like... Beep, beep,
Tony the Tiger just like...
No, not Tony the Tiger. Not Tony the Tiger.
No, I'm not going down this rabbit hole. I'm not doing it. I'm not going there. I'm not going to do it.
They are great.
I'm not.
Why don't cereal brands advertise on Pornhub? Pornhub ad. Dude, you tell me Tony the Tiger makes an ad of him eating cereal. Or Frosted Flakes makes an ad of Tony the Tiger eating Frosted Flakes out of a girl's asshole and then runs that shit on Pornhub. That shit would go nuts. That shit would go so crazy. People would be losing their shit.
That would break the internet. There is actually no way that would only be good. Not good. That would only be a positive win for them, which is just so wild to think about.
No,
it's something so crazy that it would only benefit them. Oh God. The other one that's kind of like that burned in my brain is same concept, just an asshole that's way too big and stretched out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like a guy in a putting green.
No.
And just a little
No.
Just like down range, you could see where and just fucking hole in one, just a little rolls down and just boop, hole in one. I don't know why. I don't know where I was. Unwarranted saw that and I was like, oh, man.
God, fuck the internet.
Little did I know how much that was gonna be just engraved in my mind.
What is that? What does that mean about the Industrial Revolution? Like the Industrial Revolution and its consequences, or something like that.
Yeah,
like it's that meme where people are just like that's the worst part. Someone invented the internet and they had no clue that someday there would be a video of a guy putting a golf ball into a girl's asshole.
It's so because like the internet's like inception was so wholesome, and now it's like. If that guy like knew, it's just like
the guy's like, I just want faster transfer of information. It'll make the world better. Everyone will be happy, and
it'll be free. It'll be free, and everyone could use it. And
depression,
it's just golf balls and assholes. Tony the Tiger eating cereal out of an ass.
Andrew Tate,
like
all the
Andrew Tate,
all the shitty people. Donald Trump, fucking.
Yeah.
Oh God.
All right, let's wrap up this story. Is that it?
I think that's it.
Damn,
that's it.
Well, that guy went through hell.
I know. He did go through hell.
Yeah.
But I'm glad he made it out alive. I hope he got an A on that project, bro. That's some dedication.
Oh my God, I would not sit there and finish that project.
No, me neither. I couldn't.
There was no project in college that'd be worth that.
Well, I told you why I switched from industrial engineering to the business school. Did I ever tell you about this?
No.
Bro, I was taking this class. It was like an Excel class, but on crack, because there's like a coding system in Excel, and it is fucking hard. It's called VBA. Worst shit. So I was like working on a coding project. This class is at 8 a.m. I literally didn't go home, and my dorm was like right across the way. I literally didn't go home because I was working on it so long at night. I was like, it's not even worth it to like walk the 10 minutes back to my dorm, get like 30 minutes of sleep, and then walk 10 minutes back. So I slept underneath the stairs of the basement of the building. Yeah.
My God.
And I just remember working on that coding project, being confused as fuck. I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna fucking make this work, and it's doing like 5 hours. And I was like, don't have to do this.
Time to pivot.
I was like, I don't like this shit. This
No.
shit blows actual fucking horsecock. And so I just
would rather pay someone to do this.
I didn't even stick around for the rest of that class. I went in, I turned it in, and then I just like sat by one of the spots like right next. And it was a small class too. Like
Yeah.
she saw me leave. I was just like, here you go. I literally left, went upstairs, and I told my advisor, I was like, hey, yo, thanks for all your help, but like get me over to the business school because
we're
fuck
switching.
this.
We're switching. This isn't gonna happen. No, I think a lot of people have a story like that. That was like similar for me with meteorology. I went through the class, some classes, and then like talked to people who've gone through similar things, and it just didn't. It wasn't for me. And one of the big ones was like, I was looking at my math, like how far I had to go with math. Diffie-Q, differential equations
For meteorology?
Yeah,
That is fucking
I was
crazy,
I was
bro.
like, I can't do like calculus, like college calculus is like not clicking. So I was like, it's just not gonna happen.
I mean, the wild thing is, like, I know engineers who had zero clue what the fuck was happening in their, like, high-level classes.
Yeah,
But, like, it's just so easy to cheat now.
Mm.
Like, I mean, we were in a fraternity
Yeah.
where they paid for, like, 4 accounts of Chegg.
Yeah.
So everybody could just go on Chegg and use
I
it.
will say, though, Chegg isn't as bad, I think, as people make it think. Sometimes you can get the exact answer, which, like,
Yeah.
is not good. But I think the most helpful where I actually learned is where I could see how...
If the work is showed.
Yes,
Yeah.
I could see the same problem with different numbers and how the person got there, and then I could like read through their math and be like, "Oh, like that's how you do it." And then I
Yeah.
would do for mine. Granted, I don't think that's like the same learning, or maybe it's a different way of getting to where you need to be, but I learned a lot of math by just looking at how other people did it and then
Totally.
like using like my numbers for it, and I was like, "Oh, cool. Like yeah, that makes sense. That's the answer. Cool." So
That-
like
That's how my brain works,
feel like
too.
I feel like a lot of people, like a lot of teachers are like these like just so negative towards Chegg. It's like, no, this is like a tool to like, because you don't fucking teach me. A lot of teachers don't fucking teach you. They're like, this is college, you got to teach yourself.
Yeah.
It's like, well,
No.
I need examples.
I had a Calculus 2
So-
professor where that was just like he would teach us the theory of everything, which is fucking confusing just on that. But he
Yeah.
never spent the time to be like, okay, so like let's go through an example. And like he
Yeah.
was heavily Russian. So like you already couldn't really understand what he was saying.
Mhm.
Like at the end of every like there was one day where he was gone on a conference and his grad student TA, whatever, stepped in and taught us, and we actually understood what the fuck was happening. When he, I was like,
Yeah.
I
That's
was
why,
like,
like-
that is such a bad fucking
Yeah.
sign. Like he would let us take, because everybody was so confused, he would let us take our tests in a group.
Wow.
Like it was
Nice.
crazy. He was probably a tenured professor,
Yeah.
didn't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah.
Was just like, sure,
Yeah.
why not?
Just
I got an A in that
rinse and-
class.
Yeah, rinse and repeat. You learn
Could
anything-
not
yeah.
tell you anything I learned.
No, and then not to stroke the dick of fraternities too hard. It was nice that like tutors in the fraternities were available, and
Yeah.
and like tutors were required, and they would pay for them.
The tutors,
for,
yeah.
for like the actual like the school puts on and like has tutoring programs. The fraternity would
Yeah.
actually like pay for that.
I always recommend anybody like who's going to college, go and join an organization that'll help pay for your tutors.
Yes,
That
tutoring
is
is huge.
Fucking the best thing in the world.
Yeah, you're not the only one who thinks that your fucking class is hard.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people struggling.
And there's some motherfucker out there
And it's
who
not-
understands it at such a high level, and they are
Yeah.
okay with getting paid for it. Like you might as well. Some of my tutors knew how to
Mhm.
teach the class better than the actual professor.
Yes, exactly.
Like there was a class where I
100%.
literally didn't go to class because I just knew it was a gigantic waste of my time. I would read the textbook and just go to this person, to our tutor, and he would like teach us like everything, because we basically all were like, yeah, we don't understand anything that's happening.
Yes.
So he turned
Yes.
it less from like tutoring to more like teaching.
yes.
But he just understood it and was like,
Was
this
able to
dude
teach
was
it.
fucking genius. I don't know.
Yes.
Some people just like that, like Evan's like that. Like that
Yeah.
shit just clicks, and it's
Yeah.
like, how are you so smart?
Yeah, it's a two-pronged thing. It's understanding it and then being able to teach it. That
Yeah.
some people have one or the other, and like unicorns have both. So don't feel bad if you ever need a tutor in college. We for sure did. And teachers just suck in college.
Yeah,
sometimes.
teachers do kind of suck.
They're just buns, big buns. Speaking of big buns, I feel like that's how we always transition. Yo, speaking of whatever, here's our
speaking
next
of something
topic.
sexual.
This was really funny. So I was on a YouTube grind this week, just watching stupid videos that I'll never remember. But this one made me laugh because it was like, is Mount Everest the tallest mountain in the world? Question mark. I was like, yeah, but
Absolutely.
what do you have to say about it? This whole video, which was like really interesting. It was about how it depends on like what your like base of measurement is. Like if we're talking from sea level to highest point, if we're talking from like the center of the earth to like the highest point, like it's different. Like there's different answers for the tallest, like how high in like the atmosphere.
Yeah, like what's the base
Yes.
standard?
And this whole time I'm like watching it, I was like, that was pretty interesting. Like that's, and like the earth isn't circular. It's circular, but not perfectly. So
Yeah.
like some parts stretch out farther. And there's like,
Okay.
so like, it's just like,
But that's
it's food for thought. But at the end of it, I was sitting there and reading the comments and I was like, this is like geologists like having a debate about like which earth penis is like the biggest. Like, no, actually, so like if you don't measure from like the equator to the tip, it's you're missing the backside of the shaft. So technically, if you want to like, I was just like, I was like, this is like the exact same argument that like fucking South Park makes when they're like doing all this like these math equations to like figure out the true accurate measure of a penis. But it's like these geologists are like, well, actually, so if we went from like sea level, which is, and sea level is actually not the same everywhere because of I was just like, it was nerd shit, and it made me like laugh, and I liked it. But I was like, this is the same convo that like dudes have about dick size. The exact same.
Well, technically, if you're measuring from the base,
the circumference around the tip, and then divide it. Well, what's the
then I'm
base?
6 inches.
Like, are we measuring front or back? Like center of the earth or base of the mountain to the top? And it made me.
I feel like there is a little bit of merit in that though, because
It
like
was.
sometimes when I'm measuring like my dick, it like I can push like my groin region down a little bit, and it gives it like an extra half an inch. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, like where we start here. You
Yeah,
know?
I mean, exactly. Well, I mean, if
Hey.
you fucking flip it down, it's a little, you know, you flip it straight down, the front side could start up at your belly button.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
You know? I don't
bro.
know, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm always 6 inches. Maybe more.
measurement.
I don't.
Are we measuring our dicks from sea level or from the center of the equator? Because I mean, like, I don't know. Oh man.
Oh my god! How it always comes back to us talking about our dicks. I feel like
He's like, all right, and they're
it's
the
like
funnel, the sales funnel to
we
our
gotta
penis.
get one of those like those pin boards with the string.
Yeah.
and then all the strings lead to just our penis, like
Dicks.
dicks. Bro, speaking about weird shit
Yeah.
and things that we found on the internet this week,
Welcome to This Week on the Internet.
dude. I just have a ton of shit from the internet for this podcast. That's
Good.
pretty much it.
Good.
An article titled, "I was heartbroken when my wife died, so I brought her back to life for $3,000.
I don't like this. I already hate this.
Tapas Sandilya, 65, lost his wife, Indrani, in 2021 during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Oh.
I know, sad. Before her death, Indrani allegedly told her spouse that in the event she passed away before he did, she would like him to create a silicone model of herself to keep him company. The model, which is eerily lifelike, is dressed in Indrani's favorite clothing and sits in her favorite spot in the couch in Sandilya's living room.
No.
I'm just disappointed because,
Till death do us part. She's died. You are apart.
dude, you're free, man. Go
Like,
get some other pussy.
just
You don't need that silicone pussy, bro. Like, chill with that, bro. I would expect this from a white person.
yeah.
I have been severely let down today by
Yeah.
my fellow Asian
Yeah.
group, because Indian is Asian.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed that I'm
Thoroughly
in that boat with you.
disappointed.
I'm so disappointed.
What
The
why?
Asian Council is gonna meet.
Yeah.
and we're gonna fry your ass.
You're done. You are done.
You are disowned.
Hey, for once, what?
Excommunicated from the Asian community.
Yo, for once, this ain't white people stuff. This ain't my fault.
You're like, my people did it right this time. Like,
We gotta celebrate those. That does not happen often. That does not happen often.
bro, but look at this fucking thing, bro. This is it. This is it. We'll have to put them in the podcast.
Oh,
That thing looks fucking real.
No.
That thing looks
Okay.
real, bro.
Okay, we're jumping to conclusions here. Is it a sexual thing? Still weird, but different. There's tiers to this. If it's just like a, hey, you sit there and hang out and just like that's weird. But
I mean,
if it's like, hey, you sit there and hang out, but then like when the sunset's happening and like I'm feeling it, that's another level.
look, man, all I'm saying is if I'm dropping $3,000 on a fucking silicone doll, I'm going to make it. Personally, if I was doing this, I would make it so I could have sex with it. You would spend $3,000 on a doll just to sit there? No, bro. Like,
That's a good ass point, man. That is, yeah, no, I mean, yeah, he's smashing that thing. He is smashing it.
But bro, also though, like kind of a side quest conversation, I feel like if this like story were to go viral, there would be girls out there that would be like, yeah, no, I want my man to do that. Like, have you ever heard that shit where like girls are like, oh, like some girls are, or some people are like, when I die, I want you to know that it's okay to move on. And to that I say, fuck that shit. Be in love with me forever or I'm coming back and haunting you. I could totally see girls
Getting on that wave.
being like, let's start the savings because
Like,
if
what's-
I die,
What are you going to do?
all you got is a silicone fucking doll of me,
Yeah.
and that is the only thing you're allowed to fuck until you die. Like, I could totally see that. I could totally see that.
There's somewhere on TikTok that group exists, or on Facebook. They're already rallying.
There's a Facebook group.
Yep, I
They
believe it.
They got a distributor, a silicone sex doll manufacturer.
Yeah. Oh man.
Dude, if we had 3K to burn, how
No.
fucking funny
Nope.
would it be to make them like of us? Like
Not fuckable. You said if you're gonna spend $3K, they'd be fuckable. No way.
fuckable Zemi sex doll?
No.
Yes. I'll gift
Nope.
it to your girlfriend.
Nope.
How's that sound? We'll put like a
Real question
we'll
is,
put
would
a-
you make yours a little taller? Just curious.
I can't even walk off because I walked off on the last one.
Yeah.
Like, I can't keep doing this. I can't keep doing this. But
Honest question.
probably yeah.
Yeah. It'd be like just enough that you can't notice, but I'd make you go back to back with it. I'd be like, he definitely did.
It's taller.
It's like that much.
It's
It's just like that much. Just he did. He fucking made it taller.
Is there a guy version of this? Like, can you like? Because you couldn't if you made a guy version, right? You would have to have it like a what is it called? Like a section where you could change the dick.
Ooh, like
You know what I'm saying? Because you can't just put a hard dick on there. Because then it's just gonna be It's gonna be a bricked up silicone doll.
Well, you can get like different you can get different snap-ons for that.
That's what I'm saying, bro. This is
That's
a
kinda
fucking
sick.
genius business idea.
That's kinda sick. Welcome to the business podcast.
We are still technically a business podcast on Spotify. They won't change it. They won't change it. I don't know why. Some
Whoops.
poor bastard had our podcast. Like somebody, yeah, I'm super business, bro. Like super business mogul. Like I'm gonna build this business.
Entrepreneur.
Oh, Sarby Studios. This seems like a great podcast to listen to. And it's just us dicks. Why is this labeled a business?
This is a business
Why
podcast.
would they do that? But no, bro. Going back, sex doll with interchangeable penises. Like you would just like what's the difference between like? Well, okay, there's a huge difference, but like that's a lot better than just.
Why have one?
If it's just a regular dildo, like
yeah.
why not put it on something that maybe turn you on a little bit, you know?
Yeah. I like this little like snapping. It's like
yeah,
it's like different
like you just kind of like
different sizes for your like for razors on your head or for
yeah,
clippers. You just like yep.
you know, like oh, you know what? I feel like the 8-inch vibrator today. No, I want something more realistic. I want the 3-inch
Like half treble floppy.
fucking 1-inch diameter.
Yeah.
Pencil thin.
I want the
Just
dual.
for
I
it
want
to-
the double action.
I want to be reminded.
Yeah.
The double.
That could be one of them. Possibilities are endless. See, that's where you make the real money. You get the initial sale on like the thing itself, But then where you make real cash, lifelong, every month subscription, you get a new fucking piece. You get a new piece that you get to hop on and see if you like the ride.
Can you do interchangeable mouths and like put like a mouth that has like the rose? Like, you know that, like, you know those like
you
rose
could.
vibrators
That's
or whatever?
Definitely
It's like right here. You can ride the face.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Bro, we are way too into
You can
this.
you can take your mannequin to Atlantis. Like, you can do whatever, man. Hell yeah. I'm about it.
Holy shit.
We copyrighted it. You can't have it. None of you can have it. That's our idea.
Bro,
it's ours.
What if they make like robots?
Nope. I'm already out.
It's like that one scene of It's like that one episode of Black Mirror where that girl's husband dies and then she just loads all of his memories into
I'm already
literally a silicone sex doll, basically.
Yeah, I'm out.
And then she ends up pushing him off the ledge at the
Good.
end. Sorry.
Good.
Spoiler alert, but
Yeah, good.
good. Fucking
Dude,
pussy.
there's like this new movie like Megan, I think, out where it's
I
this-
saw the ad for that on TikTok.
I was like, nah.
It just looks like an off-brand Annabelle.
Anything robot related, and then like them getting emotions or like falling in love with someone or what. I'm just like, nope.
Is it a robot?
I think she's a robot.
Oh,
Yeah,
I guess I didn't watch very much of it. I thought it was like another Annabelle.
I think she's a robot. There was another like love story robot movie that came out like 4 or 5 years ago, and I saw the trailer. I was like, delete it. It's nope. No. Absolutely not. No one should have sympathy for a fucking computer. No.
Bro, I have sympathy for this phone.
No.
It's my baby.
Yeah.
We've been through it.
Yeah. If I had to look at you every day, I'd have some.
You.
No,
If I had to make TikToks of you every single fucking day,
Sarvi's phone just like, please let me die.
please.
Don't
I'm waiting for the sweet, sweet release of death.
It's on like 1% battery, just like, oh my god. It's like the
Yes.
light is right here, and then it feels it, and then it like feels the charger go in. It's like, no. Why another day now? That's a wild concept. Like
Giving your
watched-
like your current electronics like emotions.
like a personality, and then like just see, oh my god, a movie through that perspective. Okay, I could get behind that.
day. It's like Sausage Party, but like phones.
Yeah, instead of food, phone.
Nobody fucking steal that.
Also
That's
our
ours.
idea. Fuck you. Don't
That's
take
ours. Dude, we come up with so many great ideas.
know.
We're just so great idea, bro. Like,
it. God, business is so easy.
it's so fucking easy, bro. I don't get how people don't do this shit more. Like, everybody should quit their job and fucking like jerk off in public. Like,
Everyone right now, quit your job, start a podcast. Easy. Step 1.
I did it, and look at me now.
It's like,
I mean, I feel like you and I are pretty big authority figures, you know, at this point. We're just, our opinions are better than everybody's, and
yeah.
everything we say is should be taken as basically Bible scripture.
Yeah. I think so.
And I think we're definitely 110% qualified to give advice, right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
We have mics, we have headsets, we have 2 cameras, 3 cameras.
3 cameras, 4.
Yeah.
More coming, more on the way. I think we're qualified to go on Am I the Asshole?
Yeah.
And decide if people are the asshole. Because we are definitely not assholes ourselves.
No.
And we
Never once have been mean.
are the most mature, capable human beings on this.
No, I'm agreeing with you. I think we are.
I think we are. I think we are. Just talked about having sex with a silicone doll and inserting different penises for the past like 10 minutes, but we are.
Oh yeah. This is definitely our area of expertise.
Absolutely.
For sure.
I've had these Am I the Assholes for like fucking forever. And I don't know. I've always wanted to do this because there's a podcast. It's called 2 Hot Takes. I've actually gotten to chat with Morgan, one of the hosts on it. Literally, their entire podcast is they just read "Am I the Asshole" threads and like give their opinions on it. So I thought, hey, Zemi and I have
We could.
fucking stupid opinions. Why not?
That's easy.
Why not us?
We can do that.
Why can't it be us? Why not?
Hell yeah.
You and I, if we touch our dicks together hard enough,
What?
we can get.
You had me until that. You had me. I was ready.
Me too.
There's no way you could be stiffed butt naked looking at me.
Hmm.
No way.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Especially how cold it is in here. No way.
Oh, you're talking about in here?
We're
I'm trying to think of a situation where I could be hard while looking at you.
Oh. Well, you think about that. And you keep that to yourself. And don't tell anyone else what you're thinking. Ever.
Don't ever tell anybody what you're thinking about. Anyways, guys, on this podcast.
So tune in next week where
I literally tell you every
Sorry,
fucked up thing that comes up in my mind with no filter. So, am I the asshole for making my ex a birthday cake, even though his girlfriend told me she had already ordered one?
Read that again.
Okay. Am I the asshole for
Yes.
making my ex a birthday cake, even though his girlfriend told me she had already ordered one?
All right, I like this. I like the start of this.
Yep.
This is like reality TV.
Controversial.
Just already from the jump.
I'm an amateur baker.
Cool.
And I like to make cakes for people for their birthdays. My ex doesn't like sweet stuff, but our kids like helping me make a cake
So they
for
have
him.
a kids together. Okay, good information. Good information.
So I normally make
Ex-
one for him anyways for their sakes. So it sounds like this person makes the ex a cake with their kids. Like it's
like,
from
hey,
both.
like happy birthday. I know you're not gonna eat this, but like the kids love it, so
Yeah.
you can just fucking toss it to them.
This year, his girlfriend planned a party for him, and she told me she had already ordered him a cake, so I didn't need to make one. I told her that was fine.
So it sounds like it's a thing. Like that's a thing that she does.
Yeah.
Like this
Yeah,
isn't
yeah, yeah.
like we broke up and like she's been doing this weirdly. Like,
Totally,
it's a
totally,
thing.
totally.
It's a gig. Okay.
So, I told her that was fine, but my daughter kept asking me when we would make her dad's cake and was upset when I said we wouldn't because she assumed I didn't like my ex and that's why I wouldn't make him one. So, like, basically, like, the daughter was like, why aren't we doing this? Like, do you not like our dad?
Yeah.
And she's like, no, like, his girlfriend's a fucking twat. Is pretty much what she was saying.
Jesus.
Since the cake has always been more... You can see where I'm coming
Yeah.
from.
Yeah.
I haven't even read this whole thing yet. I didn't even know there was kids involved. Since the cake has always been more for the kids than for my ex, I decided to just make him a small one since it's not like he eats cake anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want my kids to think I dislike their dad. I told his girlfriend beforehand that I was going to make a small cake, and she told me not to, and that I couldn't bring it to the party. I told her I had to bring it to the party as that's when the kids would give him his gifts. I offered to come early and give it to him before the other guests arrived, and then they could put it away and nobody else would know about my cake, but she didn't agree with me and repeatedly told me not to bring it. I did take it with me in the end, and now she keeps complaining to mutual friends that I did it on purpose to ruin the party and calling me weird for making him a cake after I was told not to. Am I the asshole?
Yeah, this is a situation for sure. I think the kids definitely play a huge role in it.
Yeah,
she's their mother, obviously, and like if it sounds like from the post that like that's why she wanted to make the cake, not necessarily for the husband,
Yeah.
ex-husband, or boyfriend, more so for the kids. I don't think she is.
Yeah.
I don't think she is. I think that the girlfriend's like a little like jealous vibes, which is fair.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
I get that. I'm glad that like the one girl or the mother had the conversation with
the girlfriend.
with the girlfriend to be like, hey, like I'm gonna do this, and good for the girlfriend for saying like, hey, I'm getting one, and like even saying too, I don't feel comfortable with like you doing that. That's fine, but I think that the mom, her part about, I could just do this beforehand before everyone gets here. It's like out of the, it's like, it's the family and that's all that matters. It's for the kids. We can do it beforehand. I think that was what they should have done.
Yeah, or after too.
And after, yeah.
Yeah, I guess
like I get they don't want it to be like, I get both sides, but I think where the girlfriend slipped up is where she lost sight that it's like, these aren't her kids. This isn't your husband.
And I think the interesting thing is there was never a part where like the dad got to chime in. So like And so from the sounds of it, just
He
reading the
could've, yeah,
comments
he-
just reading the comments really quick, it sounds like this is something that they do every year, and that the dad like acts excited for, so therefore the kids are excited to make it
Yeah.
for them. So like,
Well, yeah, the
if-
kids are
if-
involved making it too.
like
you know?
if you're a dad with kids from like a previous relationship or marriage, like in my opinion, those kids need to be the priority, not
yeah,
not
whatever
your
girlfriend.
partner.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Or until they get to like a certain age, maybe. But
Yeah.
like, if those are your actual kids, like,
yeah.
I mean, if I were in the same situation, I'd tell that girlfriend to fuck off. Like,
Yeah.
yo, fuck your cake. These are my kids. Like,
Yeah.
these are my whole ass kids.
yeah,
As long as he's a responsible father. I think the hard part, because I was looking through a couple of these, I think one of the
yeah.
hardest
He's got to
parts is
explain that to her, like, "Hey, yo, dog, these are my kids, and
Yeah.
this is for them, not even for me."
I think the hardest
I
part
don't
about
like the fucking cake.
I think the hardest part about these "Am I the assholes?" are you don't get as much information as you obviously need. Like,
Yes, correct.
what's the situation? Like, how recently did you guys break up? Do you have a boyfriend too? Like, I think all those things play
Absolutely.
a role in
Oh,
the
totally.
in the relationship. Like, maybe the
What's the
girlfriend's
fun of-
jealous because
the fun
she.
of it though, you don't get to. You get
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah. Like, you get to make up all these scenarios and
make
you're
it
like,
up.
Whoa, but like, what if there were aliens? Like,
Yeah.
no, but
what if she had a fucking replica sex doll of him, like
Yeah.
in her bedroom? Kids found it.
I think she's right for going in and being like, yo, these are my kids. This is something we do every year. You can suck this fat cock. We're gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna give them the cake.
Yeah,
I think that's okay for her to do. And then I think she would just need to have a conversation with the
Girl.
dad and be
Yeah.
like, hey, yo, like, by the way, she was not gonna let me do this, and like, you got to figure that out, because like, I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing
kids
this
aren't
for-
going away. And
Yeah.
if she wants to like date you, like there's gonna be some sort of crossover, and she's got to be mature enough to.
She got to suck it up.
Yeah. And I think I like that the girlfriend did talk to her about it, because the worst thing is like, it's all two-faced and going
Yeah.
from him to her to, through and stuff, or like just being like, have it happen, and her just be mad that it happened without talking to her and be like, I don't want you to do this. So I like that communication, but the like lack of compromise and the seems like there's this like confusion, or like she doesn't understand that this is like her kids.
Yeah.
This is for her kids. This isn't for you. Like, this is for her kids. So, and I think this girlfriend was like, nope, like, that was your old ex-wife. I don't want you
Yeah,
anywhere
the
near-
girlfriend's just clearly
I
jealous.
don't want you anywhere. It's like, no, like, you this is
that.
her kids. Like, these are her
Yeah.
kids. Like,
yeah.
like, I don't know. I love, like,
Well, how much do you? Because like, I mean, if you mind sharing it, like you kind of, not that you had the same situation, but your parents aren't together
Yeah.
anymore, right? Like, I mean, I don't know. I guess you would know better than me if you experienced anything
yeah.
firsthand. But
I
it
mean,
sounds like your
nothing-
parents did a great job, like prioritizing you and your sister.
Yeah, they did, and I think the biggest thing too is, or the difference here, I was a lot older when my parents separated, so I had a little bit more of understanding of relationships per se. Not that I had a lot, but I was just about to graduate high school, so like I think I had a good sense of what it's like to be in a relationship. And
Oh, I
like,
didn't realize it was that late. I thought it was when you were like 14.
No, we were. Yeah, I think it was
Oh.
maybe it was like a year before. I was. I think I was a junior, but yeah, I'm at that age. I was mature enough to realize that relationships aren't easy,
Mhm.
and marriage is not easy. Like 50% of marriages end in divorce. Like it's very common, and I think that helped me just realize that if you don't want to be with that person, like faking it until like just for like, in my opinion, I didn't want to be the reason that like they just pretended to be together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like that's like that's a burden on me.
And a lot of the times it's better if they just do. Like,
yeah,
I've talked to
not that
so
it's
many
not that
people.
it's easy that like they split, but like no, like it's worse. It's almost worse
If they just kept-
if they just kept it going to like
Yeah.
fake it.
I've heard that from so many people who
Yeah.
have like parents that like pushed
Mhm.
off their divorce for years. They were just like, "Oh my
Yeah.
fucking god, just do it!" Like
yeah,
they were like, "Don't do it for us. We don't like we fuck you guys. Like fuck that. Like
Yeah.
just do it. Like
yeah.
it'll make
if you want to
everything
help,
better."
if you want to help me, like help yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So like, and I get, but I do get the, we can't like we're not going to be together, but we're still going to like make sure that we're both parents. We're both still there for you. We're both still like involved as much or as little as you want in like the lives of the children. So I think that whatever is the most comfortable for the child, obviously that age, the kids probably just don't even, they might not know what they want or whatever, but I think making it a priority that their lives and like their childhood, their 0 to 18 years are as smooth, incredible, like best as they can be. That's what's most important.
Absolutely.
For sure.
No,
for sure. And
totally.
like, I have what was I gonna say? I think in like me, like when I'm a parent, if I'm a parent, I don't know. Not like I'm waiting to find out. When I become a parent, if
my girlfriend's pregnant, not clickbait.
If I ever become a parent, like I think my number one goal is to be just is to make like them like have them have a fun childhood like I had, or like have that like doing the dumb things like going to, like I'm not like going to like a 6-year-old's basketball game probably is gonna suck ass for me. I have to watch like dumb 6-year-olds like miss shots,
run around and
like just be
not
horrible.
know the rules.
Yeah, be horrible at basketball. It'd be kind of funny to watch, but also like, god damn it, like I'm so hungover. Like I don't want to do this right now.
That's why you drink.
But
I side note, I
Yeah.
learned that a lot of my hockey events, my parents were drinking at.
oh yeah,
Like when I was like
oh yeah,
8,
totally get
like
it.
they heard them and the parents were just getting hammered. I was like, what?
I totally get that because like it'd be boring as shit. It would be like probably not at the right time. Like some games would be fun. Most of them would probably be like, oh, I have to do this. But as a kid, that moment for you was like you remember that forever. You remember that forever as a kid.
Mhm.
There are like so many things like holidays, family get-togethers, like vacations, just nostalgia. Like there is so much of that happens in as when you're a kid that like
Sits with you forever.
It sits with you forever. And as an adult, I want to make sure that like if I have a child, like they have those moments.
Totally.
Kind of like, we were talking about favorite Christmas movies, and I was telling you about the ones that I love, like those claymation ones. That's like a nostalgic, the place, the time, the feeling, the smell. Like I have all of that, like in my family home, watching. Like I want those kind of things for a kid that I'm.
So
Yeah.
basically, you want to not give your kids trauma and let them
Well,
enjoy their lives.
No, I'm gonna fucking give them. No, but I think number one. That's number one as like, or even when you like, or even when, like not even my child. Like if you have like a wife and kids, and like I come over, like I want to like spoil the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Like come over and be like, yo, like I have this new toy that like doesn't turn off and it makes really loud noise. Like you're gonna love it. You're gonna hate it. Like pull up. And like I have that same sort of thing like within my family where like my niece, I feel like I'm like, I don't care about all the surrounding noise. Like I, as an uncle, am just gonna like spoil the shit out of you. Like you are getting, I'm gonna roll in, like get ready to drink, but I'm just gonna like be like, hey, like got you this cool toy, or like, hey, here's $100, or like, hey, like, do you want to like come and like hang out and like just like whatever? Because like those moments for a kid, like again, another example, like an older kid asks like your older neighbor like that you hang out with is like, oh, like let's go do this, like let's go ride bikes. Like,
oh yeah, and you
like
remember
you're just
that
like you're like
forever.
let's go, like I feel so cool, or like you're playing Xbox in their basement with them or something.
Yeah.
So like those moments, like I want to make sure my kid or any kid that's like in my family or like my friend's family, I want to like make
has
those.
that experience.
Yeah, I want to like make those.
No, totally. I think about that all the time because I do want kids.
Mm-hmm.
I am terribly afraid of my kids turning into like some of the people that I meet a lot of the times.
Yeah.
Like I genuinely think there are some people out there who just weren't raised in a way that they can honestly do basic things. Like have you ever met somebody
True.
who's
Yeah.
very like they go through life just identifying problems but never either find the solutions, or when the solutions are presented to them they just like can't even do it. Like it's impossible. And it there's obviously very complicated ones, but there are simple ones. Like I don't want my kid to ever be like, oh, my car needed an oil change 1,000 miles ago, but I just haven't gone in and done it because
Yeah.
fuck it. Like I want my kid to be like responsible and like
Well,
know how to
what I
like.
think you don't want is to have your kid do that 6 times in a row. You get like, like
Yeah.
like have it be like a repeat of like the same dumb things. Like obviously you can like fuck up and you can make a mistake, but if it keeps happening, I think that's where
Yeah.
you personally be like, I can't do I can't do
Well,
this.
but that's the thing is like there's a problem.
Yeah.
I don't like to repeat mistakes.
Yeah.
I'm very like if there's a problem, I'm gonna find a solution and I'm gonna figure out how I can keep.
The next time it happens, I have like some sort of something.
I'm a big fan of like don't just like problem solve, but also like predict future problems. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like have backups. You know, like when my car shit itself and I had to spend $1,400 on new power steering.
Yeah.
I was fully prepared for it. I was like, oh, okay, I already put aside money for this, so that if it does happen, like, this is what that money was for.
Yeah.
And so I felt just very prepared by my parents because my parents were the ones that were like, hey, this is something you should do. You can open like savings accounts where you can like subsection your money from the like into like almost like sub accounts. Yeah. So like I have one for like this is my fund for like if for some reason I just need to like use it to pay rent and like things that I need or whatever.
Yep.
If some like this ever goes downhill or whatever, and then I have one for like, hey, this is if shit hits the fans, like something happens and you have a big expense, and like I have like a little bucket for like, oh, this is how much I want to like at the end of the year throw in an investment account, like stuff like that. So I want to teach my kid that. And obviously there's like a bunch of other things, but I think that's at least a little bit in my control because there's so much with kids that is not in your control.
Oh yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
0%.
Yeah.
0 fucking percent.
You're rolling the dice sometimes.
Yeah. Those little fuckers could come out and that bitch could be a serial killer just because he likes being a serial killer. Like,
you can try your best, but sometimes it just doesn't go the way you want. So I think big loop back to the am I the asshole? I don't think she is.
I don't think she's an asshole either.
I don't think she is. I think she just like wants to like make her kids have like good memories, even though like her and her ex-boyfriend couldn't figure it out between them.
Which is like admirable.
Oh
you know?
yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. The amount of people that don't do that is fucking crazy.
I liked that one. That was good.
Yeah.
Although not the way I was hoping it would go, because it said like ex-boyfriend. Like it was more like I was like, ooh, this is about to be spicy.
Well, the way they tossed it up made it sound like
that was a good headline.
Yeah,
sucked me in.
They tossed it up as if it was like, because just reading that initially, you're like, yeah, probably a little bit, but then you get into it and you're like, oh, the kids are involved and other people are in there. Like, I think that is that's very important. Okay, this one's actually really. Do you want to do another one really quick?
Yeah, really quick. I gotta pee. I drank a lot of water and coffee.
Okay. All right, we'll do this one really quick. Okay. Am I the asshole for leaving a pregnant woman outside? This one's brand spanking new, 4 hours ago.
I'm gonna take a shot in the dark here, and I'm just gonna put a preemptive answer and just say yes.
We'll see.
From the sounds of it,
I feel like if they're asking, there isn't even like a label on. You know how it's like on old posts they'll have a label that's like majority says. Not an asshole.
Yeah.
This one doesn't even have a label yet. So this is like is fresh, hot off the press.
Hot off the fucking press.
Okay, so
she's still standing there outside allegedly.
No, it was literally it was just now.
Dude, I can see the lady outside.
I'm writing this and we are making eye contact. Am I the asshole for leaving a pregnant woman outside? So I, 19 female, am autistic, and my sister, 30 female, asked me if I could come over to her house to babysit her. What?
This is wild.
Oh, okay. I think this person just missed a word.
Okay.
Here's me filling in the word. If I could come over to her house to babysit her daughter while she and her husband went out on a much-needed date night.
Nice.
I had some reservations about this, and I've never supervised the kids alone. She usually brought them to my parents' house, and my parents mainly watched them while I did my thing, but also kept an eye on them and kept them entertained. However, my sister assured me that all will be well, and she'll write me a list of instructions to follow, and it will be easy. I asked if I could have a friend over with me, but she said no, and under no circumstances am I to allow strangers in the house. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Anyways, 3 hours in, and a pregnant lady comes knocking, and she was distressed. Sorry, this person's not a great writer. A pregnant lady comes knocking, and she was distressed. It looked like she wasn't feeling well, told me she's the next door neighbor and that she forgot her keys at home and has no place to stay until her husband comes back. She also told me that she's dizzy and not feeling well. I felt very conflicted on one hand. I didn't know this woman and wasn't sure if she was telling the truth about being my sister's neighbor, so I didn't think letting her in was an option. I called my sister many times to ask permission to let this woman in, but she didn't pick up. On the other hand, I didn't feel comfortable leaving her in the state outside in the cold. I didn't feel comfortable leaving her in that state outside in the cold. I tried calling my parents too, but they didn't pick up. I was basically left to decide on my own. I brought out a chair to the porch and told her she could sit there and wait for her husband if she'd like. Sorry, this person's not.
Yeah.
They do a lot of run-on sentences. I brought out a chair to the porch and told her she could sit there and wait for her husband. If she'd like, I also offered her some water and food, but she politely declined and decided to wait outside her house. She proceeded to wait 2 hours till her husband came back and saw her crying at some point. I felt so bad, but I felt like my hands are tied. I tried calling my sister and my parents many, many times, but no one picked up. When my sister came home later that night, I told her what happened, and she lashed out on me, calling me an idiot and saying when she told me not to allow strangers in, she didn't think she needed to tell me her 7-month pregnant neighbor in distress was an exception to the rule. My parents also later reprimanded me on taking everything so literally and being an idiot. Bro, I don't think she's wrong for that.
I think she's wrong, but I don't think that she's like should get yelled at.
Yeah, I mean, like
This is
here's the thing.
Such a specific situation. I almost don't.
Here's the
believe it.
reason why I don't, because there are hella fucking ploys where women are used to draw out girls and kids so that they can kidnap them. That's the only reason I'm like, I think she played it smart here. Like, if this were my kid, and this was like, if I were in anybody's situation, right? If I were the sister, if I were the parents, if I was this girl in general, I would have done the exact same thing and applauded her for it, because like, you don't know that person. Why should you let them in just because they're pregnant?
Yeah, this seems too scripted to me.
What do you mean scripted?
Like,
I could see it happening.
like, okay, like this girl, like 19, like, said she's has some sort of autism. She asked about having a friend over, which is like foreshadowing of someone coming over and her like sister being like, absolutely not. And then someone comes over. Of course, it's not just like a door salesman, like, oh, can I like help you with your roof? It's someone in distress. It's a pregnant woman, like the most like, oh my, like the most vulnerable person locked out. Like, it just seems so, like,
I mean, scripted or not, like, this
I mean,
is
I
a
know,
total
I know.
situation that could happen.
it's just it seems like how like a movie would be written. Like that's a movie written scene. It's so perfect. Like, like everything,
like in a TV show.
like everything lines up perfectly. Like, she was already reprimanded for even thinking about having someone over.
I mean,
and
but
then
like,
of
that's,
course someone comes over, and again, it's a pregnant woman. Like, how can you say no to that? So like I believe it's a real story, but like the way it lines up perfectly is like, it doesn't feel like real life almost. But I will say, I think she is the asshole for like not doing more. I would rather get yelled at by my sister for letting someone in, doing the right thing, than
no, dude, no.
Yeah,
Someone you don't know.
I would have let her in.
I think that's worse.
I would have let her in. I
would have never let her in, bro. I would have been like, yo, I'm so
I
sorry.
would have been like, hey, you're sitting right here, and like, I'm talking to you a little more, or like, I think there was like a middle that could have been, instead of just, you could sit on my porch and like give her a blanket.
I would love to hear a woman's opinion on this, because like, there are literal ploys just like this to get girls kidnapped and into sex trafficking.
Yeah.
Straight up. This is like, that kind of sounds like the shit that happens to girls at like grocery stores.
That's why it doesn't sound real, because it's like almost like too perfect of a situation to have. Like, everything lined up in this. I still.
Why didn't she just go to another neighbor?
That's true.
That would be weird to me. If I was like, hey, I'm so sorry, I don't know.
That's what we don't know. Did she go to other neighbors? That's what we don't know.
Well, no, it doesn't sound like she did.
Well, that's what, like,
she literally said that she sat outside of her house for 2 hours.
Well, that's what I mean.
waiting
Like,
for her
maybe
husband.
she already went to the other neighbors and this was the last stop. Again, too perfect. Something's weird about this.
Yeah. I mean, I think she kind of goes over it too, that she had an update that was like, since everyone is asking why she didn't go to another neighbor, Well, I'm not sure why exactly. I'm going to explain the layout of the houses in my sister's neighborhood a bit. So basically, there are 3 houses that are close to each other. My sister's, the pregnant woman's, and another house. There are more houses down the road, but they are kind of far within walking distance, but she wouldn't be able to see her husband pull up from there.
She could
I
not
think that's
know
maybe
them
why.
too. Like she could not know those other people. Maybe she.
Yeah.
It sounds like she knew
What's-
these people.
I mean, it's like, get back in your car. Like, why are you sitting outside?
Yeah, well, yeah.
I don't know.
what-
Well, maybe she was in the car. I don't know if they said that at the beginning.
That's true. Where did she come from? This one's
Kamsani.
tough. I don't think either way. I don't think she should have gotten like this reprimanded. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
No. If that were my kid or someone babysitting my kids, I would be like, yo, good looks on that. Never let any, like, those are, I'm thinking from like a parent's perspective, those are my whole ass. I fucking put in the work to
yeah.
get those bitches out in the world. I would never, I'd be like, bro, like, good looks
Yeah.
on that. Don't, like, here's a tip. Like,
Yeah,
next time I'll get you acclimated with who our neighbors are.
yeah,
Like, like that's,
yeah,
that is not that, I think that person played it safe. That is the safe move.
yeah.
And I
I
get
think
it.
they
Like,
could have
the
done a little
person's-
more to like help, maybe, like, blanket.
That's fair.
Like,
You're right. That is
Yo,
fair. She probably could have done.
yeah,
a
but
little
like
bit
too,
more.
like she said that she's like on this, like on the spectrum. Like she could have had like, I don't know what it's like to live like that, but like maybe she like, I don't know.
Still don't think this would merit letting her in. But why didn't she just ask one of the kids? Well, I don't know how old the kids are, but if the
True.
kids were old enough, they could be like, "Hey, do you know this person?"
Yeah. Do you know the neighbors?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
No, I'm just thinking, bro.
This is
Like,
tough.
I would. Yeah, it's a dick move, not like let a pregnant woman in, but like at the end of the day, if you don't know them, I don't think there's any reason to let them in your house or in a place that you're
Yeah.
feeling it. If you're staying at and you feel safe at.
Yeah. It lines up, like this situation lines up way too well for me to be like, this doesn't.
Shit happens though.
This is like a 1 in a million, like stars aligning.
Oh
thing.
yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know. I feel like the sister's kind of a dickhead
Yeah.
for making
like,
her feel bad.
oh yeah, and like the parents.
Same with the
yeah.
parents. Like, bro, that's her whole like. I don't know. I'm a rather safe
Yeah,
than sorry
I
person.
think she made the best call she could have for. And I mean, if
being
I
a kid, she's basically still a kid.
yeah, no,
19.
yeah, but like still, and again, she got reprimanded for like even asking if she could have a friend with her. So like,
Which is
obvious-
also really weird. Like, why can't you just like have a friend over to like help you babysit?
I don't know, man. This is weird. Mm.
Whole thing's weird.
So
Once
I guess
again,
I
a
was wrong.
family dynamic that doesn't sound good.
Yeah. I mean, it could have just been just such a strange 1 in a million situation, and
Yeah.
she did the best she could, but I don't even know.
Someone in the comments.
I guess I'll say she was. I can't.
Someone-
I'm just gonna say she. I'm gonna say I want to be correct. I'm gonna say she is the asshole because what I said in the beginning. I was like, I'm gonna take
Yeah.
a shot in the dark. Yeah, you're an asshole. Just because I would hope that I would react maybe a little differently, but who knows? I could be like, yeah, right, and like slam the door.
No,
So-
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's different. Like when we're talking about hypotheticals, but I would have told her. I was like, "Is there someone I can call for you?" Like,
Yeah,
but in no way, shape, or form would I ever let anybody into my
I
house
get
without
that.
knowing them.
yeah, I get that.
Like that's so.
Mm-hmm.
That
Why?
scares the fuck out of me.
Why did she? Like the girl was clearly kind of like. It sounds like she was again. It sounds like she was. It was her first time babysitting. She was nervous about it. She had the mom have a list. Why the fuck didn't they answer the phone when she called?
Yeah, so literally the top comment is not the asshole, and I tell your sister that if she's not going to answer her phone when you were responsible for her kids, you will not be watching them again. That's honestly, if I were doing something like that for
And-
my
Yeah,
siblings
it's her
and they
first time.
weren't,
She was
if
nervous.
I was calling and I'm like, bro, I need you, and called multiple, because they were ignoring her calls.
Yeah, what are you doing that like clearly like she would not be calling you if it was just like, yo, sup? Like
Yeah, exactly. Like if you're gonna
especially
drop
multiple
off
times in texts.
Yeah, like if you're gonna drop off your kids with somebody, like you are still responsible to be at their beck and call if they need
Yeah.
something,
Yeah,
right?
this was like
Like
yeah.
obviously she's not just calling. Yeah, you're right. She's not just calling to chat. I'm trying to look. I want another opinion here.
This is good. I like this one.
Someone said actually, yeah, she did need to oh wait. So they highlighted like one of the spots of the thread where she said she didn't think that she needed to tell me her 7th month pregnant neighbor in distress was an exception to the rule. And then someone said, actually, yeah, she did need to specify that. She told you no strangers and she was a stranger to you. How would you know she was actually the neighbor? You don't live here. Let's be honest. If something happened to the kids because of her, she would have blamed you for letting her inside, pregnant and distressed or not the asshole.
This feels
However,
like...
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
However, couldn't you ask the kids if they recognize her?
Yep,
You
there
haven't
you go.
specified their age or if they're verbal. So, yeah. Oh, she said I could have asked a 3-year-old. I didn't think, to be honest. So, yeah, I mean, like, but
Which
she's
is fair.
19.
Yeah, it's clear that she was kind of nervous going into this, and she, you know.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't blame her.
This feels...
I really don't.
This is like one of those, like, questions where... it feels like this is one of those questions where you, like, your husband is, like, tied to a train track, and 6 other people are also tied to a train track, and you have to choose which one.
Yeah.
It feels like one of those. That's what I mean when I say this is just so
Perfectly.
yeah. Where it's like just one of those like prompts,
Yeah.
just a prompt to get your mind thinking.
I mean, I would have come up with like 800 different solutions.
And she had,
You know?
in all of these, you have to think probably like that. You don't get to sit here and like.
I'm trying to think. Is there like a way she could have verified that was her house? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She didn't get to have that time. So
Yeah. I don't know. But also, I don't know, like I'm thinking along the lines of too, like you'd never like I mean, you've heard the like stranger danger thing actually hurt for like kids getting like kidnapped or
Yeah.
like pedophiles taking advantage of kids because most of the time pedophiles aren't these random strangers, they're like friends of the family.
yes.
So I don't know.
No, I totally.
She said let nobody in.
Yeah.
And she's not answering the phone, bro. I'm telling that pregnant woman, dude, sorry. Like,
I think like the next, if this is all hypothetical, like the next follow-up question is like, or like the next follow-up prompt is like the pregnant woman like dies or something. Like,
yeah, okay, so that's actually so interesting. Like, if she were like died or like something happened and like she got so cold that she lost the baby.
Yeah, she like slipped and cracked her head open. Like, am I like just to like make it even more of like a mind bender sort of thing. I don't know. This feels like one of those prompts to just, what would you do?
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
This is good. I like
Ask that in the business because I always ask those questions
ethics,
like the train tracks, like
yeah.
business ethics question. I want to know like if you guys are watching this, like what do you guys think? Like, would you let the pregnant woman in?
I think we've given a lot of thoughts to it, but I'm sure we're missing some. We're missing some details. I could lead you to a different answer, but yeah. Let us know. I'm curious to hear more opinion. I feel like scrolling through the comments on that would be just, we don't have to right now, but
no, you're totally right.
It'd be interesting, like just personally to like hear what other people think. But
yeah, at our last meeting, we were talking about starting a Patreon, just like to have one rolling. I think
Yeah.
it'd be fun. Like maybe first episode could be just us like going through some of these like, am I the assholes? And just kind of like giving that's when, I mean, those can be a little bit more for like people who just like want more. And like, we could just kind of the problem I have with scrolling through the comments is just us sitting here for like 20 minutes.
Definitely no.
Trying to find.
No, I'm just saying like more for my own curiosity. Like, on my own, it'd be interesting just to hear all the other perspectives that people have like come up with and all the other.
But if we had like a Patreon, I think it would be kind of fun. We could just sit here and maybe have our like editor kind of cut it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And like that would be just more free flow.
That was a good
relaxed.
one for being most recent.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like just from looking at this, most people are marking it not the asshole. So you're actually in the minority for this one.
Sorry, I'm such a good fucking person. I let him in. That lady just pulls out a gun and shoots all the kids. Just, oh, sick, cool, fuck. Just damn.
That was dark.
Yeah.
That was mad dark.
Just like, yep. You know what? I fucked up.
I made a fucky wucky.
Damn it, like. Fuck. Me being on my high horse, like, oh yeah, I'd let her in. I'm a good person. She just kills everyone. Just damn it. Damn it.
See, I'm like, yeah, pregnant lady on the bus, you give her your seat. Perfectly fine with that. Pregnant lady, like
this full like up lead to this story, pregnant lady, nah, like I don't this gives me like the ethics prompt vibe. I'm stuck
Pulled
on
this
that.
straight out of the
I'm
business
just-
ethics book.
Yeah, it just feels too like if like okay, like in real life, what happens is like pregnant ladies like has like a baby pregnant and like her coffee, and she's like God, or like a water. She's like fucking damn it. It's like, do you open the door for her? Like that's like I feel like a real life situation. It's like, would you like whatever?
I mean, like,
I
why?
don't know.
I don't know. Obviously, we don't know where she lives. Like, there's
Yeah.
so many questions. Like, did she have a car? Go sit in your car.
Yeah.
Or, like,
Could the
okay,
kids
she,
recognize
she
her?
walked. That means
Yeah.
that you must have, like, you live in a walkable town. Go to a coffee shop. Like, that's
Yeah.
where my brain
What
is
time
at.
was it? Like how like late was it?
True. That's very true.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did you wear your heated jacket like your husband told you to?
Or did you tell him, no, I won't be cold. I'll be fine.
Yeah. God damn it.
All right, baby. I think we wrap it up there.
Yeah, leave us let us know what you would do.
Do your thing.
Oh yeah. Okay, we talked about a lot. We gotta reel this back in. Instead of stealing all of our business ideas that we had on this show today, how about we will support I had it, I lost it. Instead of stealing all of our business ideas today, like, comment, or subscribe, leave a review. Zem Daddy on Instagram. He's got a lot of them. Follow them all. That's our show, folks. Done. This is so easy. God, your job is easy. Done.
We will support you.
Editor, cut that shit out. Don't even leave it in. Leave that. No, you gotta leave it in. I got a tang.
It's super authentic. No, I just think it's funny because every week that call to action is so different.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm trying to make them unique. You gotta be creative.
No, they're good. They're good.
Yeah.
I personally would have gone with while you're spending $3K on a silicone sex doll.
Yeah.
Like
While
silicone
you're-
sex doll.
while you're watching your sister's kids,
And telling that pregnant lady to go fuck herself.
while you're watching a pregnant lady freeze outside. Something that would make you feel less bad and distract you. Would be recommending this to your friend. God damn it.
You know what you should do is, yell out the window. Hey, pregnant lady, I know you're cold as fuck, but you should go listen to Sarby Studios.
Thank you. There we go. I know you're cold as fuck, but you know a really hot podcast right now? Sarby Studios. Zemi and Sarby. They'll make you laugh. You'll warm up real quick. No, I don't have a blanket in here, no. All right. We got to be done.
We do got to be done.
Okay.
Guys, follow us at Not Sarby Studios, at Definitely Not Sarby Studios, at Zem Daddy, at Ben Sarbach. We'll see you guys next week on the #1 podcast on OnlyFans.